All right. I'm playing a modern league with Simic Birthing Ritual or Simic Midrange or Simic Oculus, however you want to call it. Deck list, of course, is on the right above my head. This is the first match, and we are on the play. We won the die roll. So we've only got 2 Sink into Stupors for lands. No green source, so we're going to have to mulligan down to... Still only 1 land and a bunch of 3-drops. We want to go down to 5. Let's see. We're waiting for our opponent, so we have time to think about this. Lots of 3-drops again. We have a Dismember. Not a fan of keeping 1-landers. We're going to have to go down to 5 on our first match, so we do get some lands. And this is actually a pretty easy on what we're going to toss back. Probably an Oculus and a Subtlety. Shardless will get us some value when we have an Oculus. Still, so not the best, but still have to do for now. Our opponent is down to 6. We're going to probably start off with the Hedge Maze. Get a basic Swamp from our opponent. And a Cecil. 2/3 Death Touch. Okay. Probably Cecil Death Shadow. Been seeing that around. We'll take a Coatl because we can play him here if we so choose. I think we'll do that. We'll play that. It's flash so we can play it on the opponent's turn. Won't have Death Touch yet, but it will draw us a card. As you can see from the deck list, it is a bunch of value creatures essentially in this deck that draw cards and the like. The opponent takes 2. It's very likely he is a Death Shadow. No play on him from turn 2. Grab a Snow-Covered Forest. Play out our Coatl. Trying to make the size of the battlefield. There we go. Coatl will draw a card. Dismember. That will be good against Cecil. Oh. We could play a Shardless Agent here and probably pass, which is the best thing we could probably do with the turn. Shardless is going to cascade us into a Birthing Ritual, which is perfect. Exactly the play we want to see off the Shardless. So Birthing Ritual says at the beginning of your end step, if you control a creature, look at the top 7 cards of your library, and you may sacrifice a creature. If you do, you put a creature card with mana value X or less from among those cards onto the battlefield, where X is 1 plus the sacrifice creature's mana value. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So it's basically just going to help us cycle our 2-drops into better creatures like Oculus is the ultimate goal here. Takes 1 from the Coatl. Let's see what the Ritual spins up. We get an Endurance, Subtlety for 3/3, or a Floodpits Drowner. We'll probably just replace the Coatl with a Floodpits Drowner. Well, that doesn't draw us a card. None of these draw us a card. Endurance is a 3/4. The Drowner, not really that useful. That's just a generic 2/2. It's a 2/1. We'll just get Endurance because it's a 3/4. And it can block the Cecil. Bogart Trawler. The notice cost to cast this spell. You may exile a number of black cards from your hand. This costs 2 less for each card. X damage to target creature, planeswalker, and you gain X life. Okay, so he's gonna kill my Shardless agent by exiling a Bogart Trawler. Okay. Rakdos Theater. Still not sure what he's on, but it does look like a shadow deck. Unless it's just like Rakdos Midrange. I mean, we have enough in our yard now for a Oculus. See if they have removal for it. Exile my graveyard. Okay, so we don't have an Oculus. Got nothing for the ritual. This Coatl will get us something off the ritual. And it will get us an Oculus. Is the plan. Get an Oculus trigger, which will get us a Harbinger, which would be really nice when we can untap and flip it. And yeah, there we go. No answer for the Oculus from our opponent. So on to game 2. Looks like some kind of either Rakdos Midrange or shadow deck. So these are not good against it. Dismember might be okay. Endurance, again, I'm not sure. Harbinger might be okay, but might still not be great. Stern Scolding might be okay. Or the other option is we could just run it back. We probably don't want the forces. Maybe we do. I'm not sure what our opponent's doing quite yet. We take out the forces and bring in... I mean, Harbinger could... If they're only Rakdos, then Harbinger is not as good. Could bring in Stern Scoldings. Got the forces, which just is a little awkward because the Shardless agent can turn into the Scoldings. Usually you want to cut an agent when you're bringing in the Scoldings or the consigns. Could bring in the Mystical Disputes, but they're probably not playing blue. Let's just take out the forces and try it way. We'll be on the draw. We do got some lands and a Sink and a Stupor and a bunch of cards. So this hand is okay. No 2-drops though. Thoughtseize, that's fine. The best card in the hand is probably the Flare. Flare is great in this deck because it pretty much is going to be a free counter almost time. Does take the Flare. We'll probably play Tapped Hedge Maze and pass. There's a 2-drop. And we want to put that land into the yard. Right. Let me actually try to make this a little more. Trying to make my graveyard and stuff bigger. I think this is... Bowmaster. Does hit a lot of the 2-drops, but it's not... Well, actually, it's pretty good against me because how often I'm drawing cards. Yeah, so we probably want to bring in some form of Dismembers if we get to a game 3. And we still need to play our stuff out. I mean, we can always try to bounce it, but that doesn't make much sense. You could bounce the Orc token with the Brazen Borrower. Gonti's Machinations. Whenever you use life for the first in each turn, you get an energy. Pay 2 energy, sacrifice this enchantment. Each opponent loses 3 life and you gain life. Like, there's some kind of weird Rakdos sacrifice. He attacks with the Bowmaster. Well, do I want to... If I can't turn down the draw with the Coatl, so he's going to just kill it with the Bowmaster. Healing our Oculus, though. Birthing Ritual. We could Shardless here, which is probably the best play. We can bounce. Probably just going to Shardless. We were 1 short of the Oculus. There we go. We hit the Stern Scolding, so we can't cast that. We get a 2/2. We can cut him down to 1 Black Source next turn. We can also play the Ritual next turn. We got some options. Or if the agent dies, we can play an Oculus, but he might be able to get rid of our graveyard. So I think I might want to trade off here. I'm not sure. Bump in the Night. What a weird deck. Okay. So here we will probably just slam the Oculus. You might have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You might have a way to kill it, but you get a trigger off it. Now your turn, you may exile black card from hand. Destroy all creatures that entered this turn. We could flare it, but we lose our creature anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Down to 1 card. We are getting pretty low though. Waddle does nothing because it's just gonna die. Probably gonna play the Harbinger. Play this tapped. Actually, it doesn't matter because of the Harbinger. Yeah, Harbinger can't block the Cecil. That's the only thing. Here we are just gonna play the Ritual. And we have the Petty Theft up to bounce something. Get in for 2. See what the Ritual gets us. Brazen Borrower. I don't think that's gonna do it. Can't block either one of those. So we're gonna take some damage here. we're now gonna, well, we took combat damage. End of turn, we're gonna have to bounce Cecil. Stern Scolding will hit the Cecil. And the bounce back. Play a Quaddle. Gonna go a face, or is he gonna kill the Quaddle? Okay, he's gonna kill a Quaddle. And attack with the Harbinger again. Maybe we shouldn't have even played the Quaddle. See if we can hit an Oculus this time. We do. Bolt me. Attack that. Yep. Alright, game 3. A weird, like, black-red mid-range burn deck. Interesting. Probably want Dismember. Harbinger really didn't do anything. Not sure what to bring in or cut. Probably gonna cut Harbinger. Try it like this. I think our deck is better than there. This hand has a lot of lands, but it's okay. Wait on our opponent. Opponent kept 7. We play Hedge Maze and pass Delta into the graveyard. There's the Gontes. I don't really care too much about. Misty Rainforest. Grab a Snow Cover. Play an Oracle. Oracle gets a Brazen Borrower. Now we'll be looking for a Birthing Ritual. Two Synchronous Stupors is a little awkward. Thoughtseize, yeah, it's fine. I don't really care about that. He's maybe the Borrower. Borrower and Endurance provide basically the same clock. So Oculus is nice if we can get there. We do have Synchronous Stupors up, which can get us to an Oculus if we just delay our opponent by a turn or two. Oh, so he's going to lose life every turn because... Yeah, so what I'm going to do for this... gonna tempo play that. Fill our yard for the Oculus. Blood Prince Drowner is interesting too. I just want to do this again. Now we're one off from having an Oculus. He's got the second land, so he's going to play it again. Well, at the beginning of your if you gain 3 or more life this turn him formed. What's his transformation? Planeswalker? Okay. Care about the Planeswalker side? Kills off everything. Well, he just gave me an Oculus. So he gets to play this for free. You may exile a black card, destroy all creatures that enter this turn. There's nothing we can do about that. I think this guy is actually gonna beat us with this little janky whatever he's doing here. Necrodominance. Skip your draw step. Beginning of your end step, you may put any many in your life. You do draw that many cards. Maximum hand size is 5. Okay. And we have absolutely no clock right now, so Birthing Ritual would be what we're looking for. Not it. We can flash in a Drowner and Endurance next turn. Probably kill Sorin if we want to. Start attacking face, I guess. He's down to 9, so flash in an Endurance. Flash in a Drowner. Down to 2. He just digging to try to get something to kill. Oh, what's happening? He's gonna kill the Endurance. Okay. Gonna kill the Drowner. So we're basically never gonna be able to resolve a creature. Yes. I don't know, it's so weird. I mean, yeah, I guess end step again. We just play these out and hope he doesn't find the removal for them. Gonna keep extorting. He's already back to 9 life. Yeah, I don't get what he's doing, I guess. But now he's ahead. Kind of weird Rakdos sacrifice combo deck. He's just basically killing us instantly. He just did 10 to us in one shot. So there we go. I have no idea what he was doing, but we lost.